Hello everyone, my name is the Emerald, and today we are going to be looking at 3.7 version 4. It just came out like 5-ish minutes ago, and I haven't seen any of the changes of it. I saw the number of changes because I clicked on this to see what number, to make sure like it actually went through, and we have the number of changes. I don't actually know what the changes are. Only 9 changes first that really leads me to believe that I think this means that they're pretty like dead set on the buffs for the other characters, right? So her global talent as well, call it ish. I think now they have it set in stone at this point, or at least like basically fully done for most characters because it's only 9. So there's that. All right, so let's start off with I think the light cone. This one was absolutely nerfed to hell and back, and it's looked like it's staying that way. Yeah. Oh no. Oh, sorry. This is the other one. This is the free light cone. I think. Yeah, Flying Speak Tomorrow. It was changed from write this shape of tomorrow to we script tomorrow. Such a crazy change. All right. We'll look at this right now too, just because I want to get the way. Trailblazer Trace 3 was changed to match it. Yeah, we script together because it's supposed to buff the damage. Okay, so I think at this point now we can say the Trailblazers are basically like set in stone at this point. We're good there. Same with this Lycon, I think, because it was just a name change, no buff changes were happened. I mean this Lycon's already iffy as it is, I think. Because it's just like, oh hey, like it's basically just supposed to replace that free light cone that we already had, so other characters can use, I guess. All right, Cyrene. Last update gave a lot of changes to like gave a lot of buffs and everything, but it didn't fix the overall problem of ult generation. So hopefully this one does that. All right, let's check out. They added max HP to that, such a big deal. Oh, they actually are changing some of these. Okay. Never mind, I guess they are changing these. I thought it was gonna be her skills and shit. No, I guess not. My Day's one was changed to give him 200% crit damage in the attack. Okay, it's much stronger. Alright, we take those. World Berry, that's Finon, right? They changed something to Finon? Did they? I don't see any changes by looking at it. I don't see anything different, but I could be wrong. 26 points, it exceeds 12. Yep, that's all the same. This is the same. Yeah, all the same. I don't know what I guess it's just here. We'll look later, but this is the same. Oh, Hislin's got changed. I didn't think they would touch Hislin's. All right. They gave her 20% more damage increase. All right, no big problems there. Sure. I wouldn't say it's like exactly what she needed, but it's nice, I guess. Again, the biggest problem is you're replacing like one of your dot characters, most likely Black Swan, for her. So see how you will. I haven't seen much on these. I haven't heard anything crazy on it either, so I doubt it'd make a big change. Anyway, Ode to Earth, Dong Hung. Interesting. The bomb rate deals more damage. Okay, that's pretty solid too. All right, we'll take that. We'll take that. All right. Here's the Vow initial max HP increase. Okay, sick. Hearts Gather is 1. When combat begins after starting to take action, other allied characters under any state. Oh, wait. Other allied characters under any state. So are they saying like crowd control, finons, like when people are departed, things like that? I don't know. Okay. When she has 12 recollection points while in the ripples of river, her ultimate can be activated. Okay, they just... Okay, sure. Interesting. E4 was changed. It does less damage per bounce stack, but it stacks up by double. So they halved how much damage increase it does, but doubled how many times it can stack. I believe that gets you the still same number, right? 6 times 4 is 4 down, 2 up. Yeah, it's the same number. It just takes a little longer, I guess. I don't really see how that's a big deal. Also, okay. E6. Okay, they specifically said when the memo spray is on the field. I mean, that doesn't... I don't think that really matters, right? It's not the biggest deal in the world, I think. And they increased the ally action advance. Okay. I think the Mighty change is good. I like this a lot. Let's check out the Chinese side, because Chinese usually gives a bit more insight into this stuff. Okay, yeah, no, final wasn't changed at all by looking at it. I don't think final was changed as like at all. Because this is saying I think this is saying along the lines of like I think her or sorry, max HP, right? I think it is. Yeah, of the max HP, yeah. Yeah, I don't really see what like nothing crazy in here. I don't see anything crazy in here. Yeah, I don't know what to make of this. To be real, there's not much to make of this, I think. Like this, like all these are the same. They just added max HP to a lot of this stuff, right? The only thing I think is new is this section here. I don't think this section was there before. I can go back and check, but I didn't see it there. Oh no, it was, I think. Might be this. Let me check, It's not a lot here though. There really isn't. No, it's something else, I think. No, this is something else. Alright, so we can throw this into DPL. Let's use the power of DPL to translate this for us. This will be the way it is, but it's fine. Each time Cyrene obtains memory from a different ally of the Metal Spirit, when the Metal Spirit casts Flower Daytime, it just one instant. So the difference was this. Whatever. Okay, I don't know what crossed out, but it just looks like name changes. Yeah. Okay, sure, I guess. And everything else seems the same. Okay. Yeah. All I can really say is not the greatest version. I'm not gonna lie. And this is supposed to be like basically like the last major changes you'll see, unless they do version 5, which they don't often do big changes with version 5. The only characters that really got like big changes were Rappa and Xiao Chou off the top of my head. So this doesn't fix the problem at all. Again, her biggest problem is when she has the ult up, she is a goddess. She's an absolute goddess, right? Like nothing touches her, and she buffs everyone on the team. The problem is getting to that ultimate. It takes ages. It takes genuine ages to get to that point. It really does. If I can ever stop opening that, right? We pull her up. She needs, I believe it's 12 or 24. I think it's 12 she needs to use the ultimate. Yeah, it's 12. Yeah, when she has 12. And you can, oh no, my fault. Yeah, she needs 24. You can use 12 to use hers, I think, right? Well, on the Ripples of Past Reverie, yeah. Unless she is the way she gets to Past Reverie, but I think it's through that state, right? Yeah, Ripples of Past Reverie state, yeah. When you use ult, you get into that state. For some reason, it's really bad here. Here it is, yeah. You enter the state after the ultimate. You need 24 to enter the state. 24 to even get into the state. Why it's not 12, we may never know. But I guess they truly believe that she needs this is necessary, right? And the problem is it takes forever to get to this state, because her only real trace that helps her is this one. When there are 1, 2, 3 Crisis Heirs or Runner's characters aside from Cyrene team, aside from her by the way, Cyrene gains 2, 3, 6 recollection points to start the combat. If you can max this passive, you're already a quarter of the way there, which helps, and you only get 1 for each time what's it called? Yeah, when the future is removed. When the ally has the future, they can future get Cyrene 1 recollection point. It takes forever, right? It's not like future is like. Also, it's not like a future like comes back every time you use an action. No. It goes away, and then you have to wait for Cyrene to come back up again. And her speed is not that high, if I remember correctly, right? Yeah, it's 101. I think it goes up slightly for here. I think it's like 5. Yeah, it's like 106. Her speed's not that high, so it's not like you're getting a lot off that either, right? Remember, you're using characters like Hyacinth, who has like 200 speed, Cypher with like 180 speed, Aglaya, who's speeding on, right? The only character this really benefits off of is like characters like Casteris, Tribby, like those characters. Partially Mayday, I think. Partially to the degree, right? Those characters who like are slow enough to where Sandy will take action before them, so when they take action again, they'll do their thing. But that's not the case here. And it just feels so weird they did this. I don't know why. Like, and they refuse to like just elaborate more on this. I don't know. This patch doesn't really fix the issues of the character ultimate. That is the biggest problem with the character. It takes forever to get to ultimate. If you ever seen gameplay or like leaks of videos on her, you'll notice a trend where it takes like before she gets the ultimate, the damage is like a slog. But the moment she hits this 24 points to use ult, you are burning people like a lot. You're basically killing them alive. Simple as that, right? And like it takes forever to get to this point. That's why some characters like Castarise, like it's fine for characters like Castarise, who's like, oh, she already did a lot of damage without it, so it's not like you're missing out too much, right? But characters like, you know, Aglaya, Anaxa, Mayday, arguably Finon, depends on your team setup, right? Like without this though, like they're like kind of slugging behind. Probably a weird case where it's like if you have Serja and what's his name? Sunday, I think you're fine. But if you don't have one of those two, you're kind of like slogging a little bit. But yeah, it's weird they don't do this. Also it just sucks that like she's so dependent on the Kratos heirs and Remembrance characters when we're about to leave that meta. She's going to be like, I assume she's going to be like the last major Remembrance character we get in a while. Well, they'll drop more, obviously. Like I'm not saying they won't drop any more, but like we're going into the state of elation, and they're going to be much more focused on that. So seeing the Remembrance characters from that point is going to be pretty hard to see. Like you're not going to see those often. So when they do this, where like they really want you to run specific either Crisis heirs, which a lot of people haven't. It's weird to say, like not many people have some for Crisis heirs. It's kind of weird to say that. Right? In China, I believe they said the biggest ones were Castarise and their teammates, Finon, and I think that's it, actually. I think it's just those. So, Castarise, Tribby, Hyacine, Evernight, I think she should be there, and Finon. Those 5, right? No, not many people saw for Aglaya, because, like, at the time, if you didn't have Sunday, she was kind of bad, so, like, why would you? Mayday was a weird choice, and Naxa, as fun as he is, he was like just kind of okay-ish. He was just okay unless you had like a really good team setup. Serja was just a way specific of a character, so like there was that. Cypher was probably the most like questionable release, I think. Is like what were you using her for, realistically speaking, right? Then you have Isolins, which if she was dot solely. If you were running dot, you picked her up. If you weren't running dot, which is a good chunk of people, you didn't care. That was a skip. These Crisis heirs are just like that people don't have, right? People have Dung Hung because he's free. He's free. And like, you have to understand, there's no way to dodge this, by the way. Like, this happened with us, Archer 2. When they said you were going to get the free character, you had zero choice. Ratio was put in the mail and people missed out on him. So I guess that like we're not making the same mistake again. They put it in your face. So if you didn't want to get Dong Hung or Archer, you have to wait until the period goes away and then you can log into the game. I think for Dong Hung he goes away I think in 3.8, sometime around 3.8 or 3.7. I think I gotta check again, but he lasts a while. So you have to be not playing the game for the duration, which is crazy. It's insane. But yeah, rant aside, I'm not the biggest fan. Like the changes themselves are good, I think. Like this change is like really good. I don't know why this is here, but don't worry about this. Like this change is nice. This is not like solid buffs all around, but this doesn't fix the inherent issue of Cyrene where it takes forever to get to the ultimate. Like you're sitting here waiting to get to the ultimate, and then like while you're doing that, you're just like playing the game normally. You're just like playing the game like with like a slightly better Remembrance Trailblazer. Which I mean, like don't get me wrong, she's not bad, but like they're not bad, but like you're not. I wouldn't say this like at that point I would just be running Tribby, right? I think Tribby is a much better option for a support, right? But yeah, we're here. Hopefully, I don't think so, but hopefully version 5 gives us something else. I really do hope that, but I think my hopes are in vain. Hopefully we will get a version 5 and we'll go straight to 3.8 version 1 because this is kind of an iffy thing to be in, but what can we do, right? What can we do? Let me know in the comments below what you think of these changes. If you like them, if you don't, what you really want to see from the next couple patches. That'll be it for this video, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out.